Detroit, Michigan, November 17, 1990, Joe Louis Arena. 11:45 p.m. Midnight is already close, but in Detroit, nobody sleeps when it comes to a real fight. The arena, named after the Brown bomber Joe Louis, the proudest son of the city, is not hosting hockey or concerts tonight. There are no HBO camera flashes here, no Don King with his crazy antenna hair, no limousines with tinted windows and bodyguards in black suits. Only locals. 8,400 people crammed into the old building where concrete walls are soaked with the sweat of generations of workers from Ford and GM factories, where the smell of motor oil mixes with cigarette smoke, cheap whiskey, and hot dogs from the stalls by the entrance. The floor is cold, sticky from spilled beer. The lighting is dim. Only a few spotlights hit the ring directly. The rest of the space drowns in half-darkness. People stand shoulder to shoulder, mothers with children on their arms, teenagers in hooded sweatshirts, former boxers with broken noses, plainclothes cops who came not to arrest but to watch. Women smoke, men chew toothpicks, someone drinks from paper cups. The air is heavy, thick, a mixture of sweat, cigarettes, adrenaline, and hope. This is not an official fight. It's a charity sparring match. That's what they announced. The money goes to kids from poor neighborhoods, gloves, sneakers, gym memberships, food for families. But rumors spread across the city a week earlier. Tyson is here. The real Iron Mike. The one who fell to Buster Douglas in February, his first knockout, the first time the world saw that Iron Mike could go down. The press was already burying him, broken, end of an era, drank himself out, lost the hunger. Tyson stayed silent. He went to Detroit, the city where he was born as a fighter, where Cus D'Amato trained him in his youth. He came to help the kids, give out money, talk, show that the legend is still alive. But Detroit is not Las Vegas. Here, it's not about show. Here, it's about respect. And a challenge. Jamal "Iron Jaw" Harris, 32 years old, 6 feet 4 inches, 235 pounds of pure street power, former Marine, 2 tours in Vietnam in the 1970s, came back with medals and scars, then prison for fighting, then underground fights in Detroit, warehouses, bars, parking lots, record 28-0 in illegal bouts, never been knocked down, never quit. The nickname Iron Jaw, was given after a night in 1985 when he lasted 18 rounds against 3 different fighters, 6 rounds each, no breaks. He just stood and took punches while the others fell from exhaustion. He works as a bouncer in a nightclub on Woodward Avenue, but lives for the ring. A month ago on local radio WCHB, he said, "Live on air." Tyson is a fairy tale for white people and Japanese. He fights for millions. I fight for life. If this guy comes to Detroit, I'll show him what a real man from the streets is like. He's scared of people like me, those who grew up here, without a silver spoon, without promoters. I'll put him down, and Detroit will remember this night. The words made it into the Detroit Free Press. People started whispering. Tyson heard, smiled, told a friend on the phone, "Let it be, I'll come." The arena is buzzing. Light falls on the ring, old, worn, stained with blood from hundreds of fights. The announcer, an old black man in a worn-out jacket, voice hoarse from cigarettes. "Ladies and gentlemen of Detroit, in the red corner, the king of the streets, the man who's never been put down, Jamal Iron Jaw Harris." The crowd explodes. "Jamal! Jamal! Iron Jaw!" People stand up, punch the air. Women scream. Kids climb onto father's shoulders. Jamal walks out in red shorts, no shirt, muscles like stone, scars on his chest and arms, memories of war and streets. He raises his fists. The crowd roars even louder. Jamal looks into the crowd, smiles crookedly. "Tonight we'll show who the real one is." Then silence. The lights go almost completely dark. From the old speakers, a low beat, familiar to everyone from cassettes. "Here comes the bad guy." Mike Tyson comes out of the tunnel, black hooded sweatshirt, black jeans, Black sneakers, hands in pockets, head down, no robe, no gloves, no glasses. Just him, a 24-year-old guy who became the youngest champion in history, fell, got up, and now came home. The crowd is silent at first, they don't believe it. Then it explodes. Women scream, men yell, kids climb onto shoulders. Mike! Mike! Iron Mike! Voices merge into one roar. Someone cries, someone hits the seats. Tyson climbs onto the ring, takes off the sweatshirt, black shorts, gold chain with a fist around his neck. Body, compact, explosive, no extra fat. Eyes, empty, but inside, fire. He looks at Jamal, no smirk, no words, just looks. They announce the rules, 5 rounds of 2 minutes each, light contact. But in Detroit, light doesn't exist. Gloves, 10 ounces, old worn. Referee, local veteran, 60 years old, voice trembling with excitement. They stand in the center. Jamal, a head taller, 40 pounds heavier. Smirks. Ready, superstar? Tyson is silent, just looks. Bell. Round 1, Jamal advances like a tank. First strike, low kick to Tyson's left thigh. Sound, like hitting wood. Tyson takes it, doesn't flinch. Crowd yells, "Hit him!" Jamal follows with a right overhand. Tyson slips to the side, short left hook to the body. Jamal doesn't even notice, keeps pressing, elbows, knees, tries to corner him. Tyson keeps distance, works his feet, doesn't rush. He's testing, feels the opponent's breathing, sees how he breathes. End of the round. Jamal returns to the corner, smirks. He's slow. I'll break him. Tyson walks back calmly, not a word. Round 2, Jamal speeds up. Series of low kicks. Tyson's legs turn red, bruises appear, but he doesn't fall. Crowd sees, Tyson takes the shots. Someone yells, "Tyson's scared!" Jamal clinches, works knees to the body. Tyson answers with short hooks to the ribs. Jamal feels it. Air leaves him, but he holds on. He pushes Tyson to the ropes, elbows to the head. Tyson slips away, counters with a right hook to the liver. Jamal sways, for the first time in his life. End of the round. Jamal breathes heavily. Tyson, calm. Crowd starts whispering, he's playing with him. Round 3, Jamal decides to finish it. Huge right overhand. Tyson does the classic peekaboo slip, slips left, answers with a right hook to the liver. Jamal folds for a second but gets up. Crowd in shock. Iron Jaw got up. Jamal rushes forward. Tyson slips, counters with a left uppercut to the chin. Jamal sways but holds. He throws a series. Tyson takes it, but every Jamal strike is slower now. End of the round. Jamal in the corner. He hits like a hammer, but I'm iron. Tyson looks at the floor, breathes evenly. Round 4, Jamal is tired, but angry. Goes all in. Series of punches. Tries to trap him. Tyson waits. One moment, Jamal opens up on a right cross. Tyson steps forward. Short left hook to the solar plexus, plus right uppercut to the chin. Sound, like a gunshot. Jamal drops to his knees. Crowd goes silent. Tyson stops. Extends his hand. Jamal grabs it, stands up. They embrace. Crowd explodes in ovation, not for victory, for respect. People cry. Round 5 doesn't start. Fight over. Locker room half darkness. Smell of sweat, bandages, iodine. Jamal sits on the bench, head in hands. Tears stream down his face. "I thought I'd break you, Mike. I thought, I'm iron. One of your punches, and everything collapsed. I'm worth nothing." Tyson sits beside him, quiet, almost a whisper. "Everybody's got a plan, brother, until they get hit in the mouth. You got hit, but you got up. That's what strength is. Don't lie down again. Get up and learn more. You're iron. Don't forget. Detroit needs you, not legends. Needs those who get up." Jamal lifts his head, nods, embraces Tyson. They sit like that for a minute, no words. What happened next became Detroit legend. Jamal Iron Jaw Harris never fought for money again. He closed his old basement fight club on the east side. In 1991, he opened Iron Jaw Academy in an abandoned building on Gratiot Avenue. At first, 12 kids, then 50, then 200. Free. He taught not just how to punch, he taught how to get up. If you fall, get up. If they hit you, learn. If they lift you, thank them. That's the real fight. Every newcomer heard this story on day one. The photo with Tyson, taken in 1995 when Mike came without security, hung on the wall. Tyson sent money anonymously for 3 years. In 1995, he came himself, trained with Jamal's kids, taught them peekaboo, talked about cuss. Jamal cried in the corner when he saw it. By 2000, the gym grew. Sponsors started coming. In 2005, they opened a branch on the west side. By 2010, 2 more. Jamal trained hundreds of kids. Many left gangs. Many became state champions. A few went pro. One reached UFC. In 2015, Jamal died of cancer. He was 57. At the funeral, 2,000 people. Among them, Mike Tyson. No cameras, no press. He stood aside in a black hoodie. When the coffin was lowered, he walked to Jamal's widow and said, "He got up. He taught others to get up. He was iron." Detroit remembers that night, not because Tyson won, but because he showed. Even an iron jaw can break. But a real man gets up. November 17th, 1990. Joe Louis Arena, midnight, 1 punch, 1 embrace, and a lesson that still lives in Detroit today. Victory is not when you put a man down. Victory is when you help him stand up better than he was before. When ego dies in the ring, respect is born, and respect is the only title no one can take away. The end.